Greetings, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. It's your friends at TV Days Drama Digest, back with another deep dive into the tangled web of secrets, lies, and jaw-dropping twists that make Salem the epicenter of daytime drama. Today, we're peeling back the layers of one of the show's most perplexing mysteries, the enigma of Cat Green. Is she truly the cat we've come to know and love, or is something far more sinister lurking beneath her familiar facade? Buckle up, because we're about to explore a labyrinth of possibilities that could redefine everything we thought we knew about this character and shake the very foundations of Salem. Let's start with the most tantalizing theory swirling around the Days fandom. What if Cat Green isn't Cat at all? Picture this, a shadowy operating room, the hum of medical equipment, and a figure emerging from anesthesia with a face that mirrors the one we know, but a soul that's entirely foreign. The idea that Cat underwent plastic surgery only to be replaced by an impostor is the kind of high-stakes drama that Days of Our Lives thrives on. But this isn't just a cosmetic cover-up, it's a conspiracy that could run deeper than the Salem River. Imagine the scenario: the real Cat Green, beloved daughter of the Green family, tragically dies, perhaps in an accident, a targeted hit, or even at the hands of one of Salem's many villains. Her death is kept secret, not out of grief, but out of necessity. Enter the International Security Agency, ISA, Salem's go-to organization for covert operations and international intrigue. The ISA, known for its ruthless efficiency, seizes the opportunity to plant one of their own in Cat's place. Through advanced surgical techniques and perhaps even cutting-edge technology, they craft an agent who looks, sounds, and moves like Cat, but isn't her. This doppelganger steps into Cat's life, armed with an encyclopedic knowledge of the Green family's history, relationships, and secrets. How? Perhaps her memories were implanted, a sci-fi twist that Days has flirted with in the past. This new Cat knows every detail of the Green family's past, from their triumphs to their tragedies, making her deception nearly flawless. The motive? To take down one of Salem's most notorious criminals, Clyde Weston. Clyde, with his greasy charm and ruthless ambition, has been a thorn in Salem's side for years. But is he really the kind of global threat that warrants the ISA's attention? The agency typically targets international supervillains, think Stefano Di Mera in his prime, with schemes that span continents. Clyde, while dangerous, seems more like a local menace, a small-town kingpin with a knack for stirring up trouble. Could the ISA's interest in him hint at a larger, unseen plot? Perhaps Clyde is merely a pawn in a grander game, and this faux cat is the key to unraveling it. But here's where the theory gets murky. If Cat's memories were implanted, how does she perform so convincingly as the Green family's daughter? Every tearful reunion, every heartfelt confession, could it all be an act? The technology to implant memories exists in the Days universe. Remember the microchip saga, but it's not foolproof. A single slip, a forgotten birthday, a misremembered family tradition could unravel the entire charade. And yet, this cat seems to know everything, from the Green family's favorite recipes to their darkest secrets. The precision of her performance is chilling, leading us to wonder, is she a master spy, or is something even more bizarre at play? Let's pivot to another possibility, one that keeps Cat as Cat but places her in a morally gray spotlight. What if Cat Green wasn't replaced, but recruited? Imagine a desperate moment in her life, perhaps after a brush with danger or a personal crisis, when the ISA swoops in with an offer she can't refuse. They need someone on the inside, someone close to Clyde Weston, to bring him down. Cat, with her connections and her unassuming demeanor, is the perfect candidate. She agrees, not out of heroism, but out of necessity, perhaps to protect her family, to clear a debt, or to escape a past mistake that the ISA holds over her. In this scenario, Kat becomes a reluctant operative, trained in espionage and deception, all while maintaining her life in Salem. She walks a tightrope, balancing her loyalty to her family with the dangerous mission she's undertaken. Every interaction with Clyde becomes a calculated move, every conversation laced with hidden meaning. She's playing a role, but it's one she's chosen or been coerced into choosing. The stakes are sky high. One wrong move, and her cover is blown, putting her life and the lives of those she loves in jeopardy. This theory gains traction when we consider the dramatic moment when Kat's mother, in a blaze of maternal fury, shoots Clyde, leaving him in a coma. Did this act of violence derail Kat's mission? If she was working to dismantle Clyde's empire from the inside, her mother's impulsive act might have thrown a wrench into the ISA's plans. Suddenly, Kat's carefully constructed cover is at risk of crumbling. With Clyde incapacitated, does she continue her mission, or does she pivot to a new target? And what does this mean for her relationship with her mother, who may have unknowingly sabotaged her daughter's secret operation? Yet, this theory raises questions about the ISA's choice of target. Clyde, for all his villainy, doesn't quite fit the profile of an ISA-level threat. His crimes, drug trafficking, blackmail, murder, are heinous, but they're localized to Salem. The ISA typically deals with global conspiracies, bioterrorism, or megalomaniacal masterminds. Could Clyde be a front for something bigger? Perhaps he's working for a shadowy organization, one that the ISA has been tracking for years. If so, Kat's recruitment might be part of a larger operation, one that extends far beyond Salem's borders. The thought of Kat as a pawn in a global chess game adds a layer of intrigue that could keep us glued to our screens for months. Now, let's venture into the darkest corner of this mystery. What if Kat Green isn't a victim, an impostor, or a hero, but a villain? This theory hinges on a subtle but telling moment. Shane Donovan, the ISA's seasoned operative, seems perplexed by Kat's greeting. It's a fleeting exchange, easily overlooked, but in the world of Days of Our Lives, no detail is too small. Shane's confusion suggests that Kat isn't someone he's worked with before, at least, not as an ally. Could it be that Kat has a history of working against the ISA, a past she's carefully concealed behind her innocent facade? Picture this. Kat Green, the sweet, unassuming woman we've come to know, is actually a master manipulator, hiding in plain sight. Her return to Salem wasn't a homecoming, but a strategic move, part of a larger scheme to infiltrate the town and its power structures. Perhaps she's working for a rival organization, one that opposes the ISA's goals. Or maybe she's a freelance operative, driven by personal vendettas or a thirst for power. Her knowledge of the Green family could be the result of meticulous research, not implanted memories or lived experience. Every tear, every smile, every heartfelt moment. Could it all be part of an elaborate performance? This theory casts Kat in a new light, transforming her from a sympathetic figure into a potential threat. Her interactions with other characters take on a sinister edge. When she comforts a friend, is she gathering intel? When she clashes with an enemy, is she eliminating a threat to her cover? The possibility that Kat is a villain hiding in Salem sends shivers down the spine, especially when we consider the ripple effects. How many lives has she manipulated? How many secrets has she uncovered? And what is her endgame? The idea of Kat as a villain also raises questions about her connection to Clyde. Was she truly working to take him down, or were they partners in crime, their public animosity a carefully orchestrated ruse? If Clyde's coma was part of her plan, it would be a masterstroke, removing a liability while maintaining her cover. But if she's a villain, her motives must extend beyond Clyde. Perhaps she's targeting the entire town of Salem, using her position to sow chaos and division. The thought of Kat as a puppet master, pulling strings from the shadows, is both thrilling and terrifying. As we delve deeper into these theories, we must address the elephant in the room, the new writing regime at Days of Our Lives. In recent years, the show has pivoted away from the fantastical plots that once defined it. Think body swaps, microchip implants, and resurrections. The current writers seem to favor grounded, character-driven stories, focusing on emotional stakes rather than sci-fi spectacles. This shift makes the plastic surgery impostor theory less likely, as it leans heavily on the kind of outlandish plot devices the show has moved away from. However, Days has never shied away from deception and betrayal, and both the I Say recruit and hidden villain theories fit snugly within the show's current tone. A story about Kat as a reluctant operative or a cunning antagonist could deliver the emotional depth and moral ambiguity that the writers are aiming for. It would also provide ample opportunity for dramatic confrontations, tearful betrayals, and shocking reveals, hallmarks of Days at its best. No matter which theory holds true, one thing is certain: the Green family is at the heart of this mystery. Kat's connection to her family, whether genuine, fabricated, or exploited, is the linchpin of her story. If she's an impostor, her knowledge of the Green family's history is a testament to the I Say's or someone's meticulous planning. If she's a recruit, her family ties are both her strength and her vulnerability, forcing her to navigate a minefield of loyalty and deception. And if she's a villain, the Green family could be her greatest weapon or her ultimate downfall. The Green family has always been a pillar of Salem, their legacy woven into the town's fabric. But legacies come with baggage, and the Greens are no exception. Old rivalries, buried secrets, and unresolved grudges could all come into play as Kat's true identity unravels. Perhaps her return to Salem was driven by a desire to reclaim something, a fortune, a title, or a truth that the Greens have kept hidden for generations. Or maybe she's here to destroy the family from within, using their trust as a weapon. As we ponder these possibilities, one question looms large. What will happen when the truth about Kat Green comes to light? If she's an impostor, the revelation could shatter the Green family, leaving them to grapple with grief and betrayal. If she's an I Say recruit, her exposure could put her in the crosshairs of Salem's criminals, forcing her to choose between her mission and her loved ones. And if she's a villain, her unmasking could spark a war in Salem, pitting friend against friend and tearing the town apart. The beauty of Days of Our Lives is its ability to keep us guessing, and the mystery of Kat Green is no exception. Is she a hero, a pawn, or a mastermind? Is she the Kat we've always known, or a stranger wearing her face? The answers may lie in the shadows of Salem, waiting to be uncovered in a dramatic reveal that will leave us all gasping. Hashtag join the discussion. So, what do you think, Days fans? Is Kat Green hiding a secret that will rock Salem to its core?